like heaven to me. You're the flowers, the birds and the bees. You're the green grass, the leaves on the trees. You mean everything to me.
It is finally here. 2.5 year wait. It is finally here. There's some big news on the horizon. I got all the details here for us that have been released so far. February 28th is the day. It's been a long wait, but I think it's going to be worthwhile. You can see we have Max Homa, we have Matt Fitzpatrick, Tiger Woods on the covers of the 3 different editions of PGA Tour 2K25. I have some information here. I'm going to timestamp everything so that way you guys can skip around. You know that I don't like to waste your time, but you're going to miss out on some information if you do skip around. So I'll keep it short. I'll keep it sweet. You're probably going to want to sit in and check it all out here. But that is big news there. Also, if you are pre-ordering, you can get Shooter McGavin in the pre-order edition to get that. We'll cover all that at the end of the video. Let's talk about some of the updates. There's a lot of articles going out right now, but the information that we do know going forward, and just so you guys know, time has come. Things are going well. In a couple weeks, I should be traveling to Arizona to get my hands on this game early access, so I will let you know. We'll see if it works out. I hope it works out. I've been in talks with 2K, so I should be going out there and checking it all out. We'll see if it works out. Fingers crossed, but I should be getting that early access to let you guys all know what the game's really like. Some information. 29 official license courses will drop with the game on day 1. That includes an addition of Oakmont, Quail Hollow, Royal Portrush, and they're going to add the old course. So they mapped it all out, but the old course won't be out until Season 2. So it won't be out on launch. It will be out in Season 2. The others will be out on launch. And that takes time. So how that happens is there's drones. They have to drone the courses. They have to map it, get the topography, get all the little intricacies, and then they have to release that out into their 3D mapping models. So a lot of courses, 29 courses. That's a pretty good start. And I'm sure there's going to be more and more as the game evolves. These aren't just quick 1-year games. These are 2-year games, which is really good. A lot of additions you can have. Top Golf is back. I wasn't a huge fan of Top Golf, but a lot of people were. It's probably a huge sponsor. That's why it's back. So Top Golf is back. Not a big deal there at all. Let's talk about some of the new tools, right? So anyone who's doing course design, there's new tools, there's new surfaces, there's new items, but more importantly, they're saying that they have a new camera design to help you get all those little corners, little crevices that you are trying to get for your course design. There's a whole new camera model for you, so that way you can quickly edge and cut any corners that you actually need to. So that's pretty impressive stuff there. Big changes on the MyCAREER front and your MyPlayer front. So a new attribute system. And this is just my assumption. We don't fully know the details yet right now that I've seen, but when I'm putting this video out, as I'm sure there's going to be more information in the coming days, in the coming weeks that, might catch up to this video, obviously, but a new attribute system. And I'm assuming that's going similar to what they have in their NBA side. So you're going to start off at a certain overall. You're going to have to build your player up and get their attributes. So if you say you want your driving to be a 90, you'll start it off at like a 60, and then you'll have to earn your VC, your virtual currency, and you'll have to pay for that to get your player up to that threshold. So a new attribute point system should be interesting. We'll see if that affects archetypes or whether that affects the whole MyPlayer. I'm interested to see how close it runs to their NBA version of a MyCAREER. There's also a new skill tree. Last year we had kind of a skill tree where you chose this or that, and you had columns. You had to choose which ones in the columns you actually wanted. So there's a version of that skill tree. It sounds like is going to be adjusted. So a lot of new changes, which is, exactly what you want to see in a new game. They spent some time developing, it sounds like. And one of the biggest changes is their new equipment progression. Last year, or the previous years, the previous game, Equipment was purely cosmetic. It had nothing to do with attributes. It had nothing to do with getting your clubs boosted. It was just purely cosmetic items. So if you wanted to play Titleist, you played Titleist. It gave you no benefit. You just purely had a Titleist driver when you were playing the game. But now they have an equipment progression. So I'm assuming you start off at like a base model and then you quickly and improve that model, and it's soon, it'll give you bigger benefits at the end. That's what my assumption is along that, but we'll see as more details evolve. Now, the MyCareer mode. A lot of you MyCareer people, MyCareer junkies, people who don't like to do more of the online stuff, they like to do all the offline stuff. There's so much good information here that I've seen. You can now play major tournaments. So you already have 29 licensed courses for your MyCareer, but on top of that, you can now play major tournaments. They've added that to the MyCareer. They've also added interviews, so a more interactive MyCareer. You're going to be doing interviews as well, and I've done the NBA ones. They're kind of fun to do every once in a while. They can get a little bit like all the cutscenes if you're trying to play fast, but it is cool to have little intricacies that you're adding to the levels of this game. They've also added new trainings, so you can do MyCareer trainings, and I'm assuming this is going to be directly correlated to like attribute point systems as well as equipment progression. You can do trainings in the MyCareer, and on top of that, you are going to be able to do pre-tournament rounds. So if you're playing in a tournament, you can do like a practice round on a Tuesday, practice round on a Wednesday. Rather than just throw yourself into the course, you'll actually be able to do that directly in the MyCareer. So we'll see what that actually entails. Maybe it's like a Pro-Am stuff. I don't know. But we will see. When it comes to new clothing, they added Sunday Red. So obviously Tiger's on the cover. They added his new clothing brand. A lot of the same old clothing brands are in there. Malbon is in there. A lot of those. When it comes to equipment, we still have Callaway, Titleist, Cobra, Puma, TaylorMade. They're all the same. I didn't see anything about Lab. I don't know if they're in this game, but I did not see anything about Lab. So that's pretty much that. Now let's talk about what versions you want to buy. If you only skip to this section of the video, you missed out on a lot of details there, but I can understand, and that's why I get the timestamps there. So let's talk about which versions you want to buy, and I'm going to go through category by category and who fits this mod. So this game launches February 28th. If you want this game 7 days early, you have to either get the Deluxe Edition or the Legend Edition. If you own or purchase the Standard Edition, you will only get this game February 28th or later if you're watching this at a later date. Now, when it comes to the Standard Edition, it is just basic. You get the game. $69.99, I'm talking US dollars. You get the game February 28th. If you're somebody who you don't really care, you just want to play some MyCareer, you want to just get the game, you don't want to add any additional money into the game, you just want to get this game on February 28th or later, you want to keep it cheap, inexpensive as possible, just play the MyCareer and earn your way all the way through it, highly recommend. Don't waste your money, just do that. If you are somebody who wants this game 7 days early, now, I prefer to have this game 7 days early, so obviously so I can get you guys content as quickly as possible. So that is a huge benefit for me. I do not want to wait till February 28th. I want this game on February 21st, which is a full 7 days ahead. So I will be getting an early access version. Now, some things that you get a Titleist GT4 driver, you get a Titleist golf ball cosmetic. We'll see. I don't know what's going to happen with I know the golf balls, the new advanced golf balls, they're back. They weren't really useful because they just kind of, cheaped out on a lot of those things and made a lot of competitive play very difficult. You're going to get a Titleist umbrella hat, FootJoy Premier shoes. You're going to get the starter pack. Now, this is where the Legend pack, the Deluxe pack really comes into the fold. And you're going to see a lot of this stuff. You're going to get an Evo tool, which I'm sure it's an evolution tool, so it's going to let you level some things up. You're going to get level up tokens. We haven't seen those before, so I'm assuming this is going to help you get your attributes up. So 5 level up tokens will probably mean you can get your attributes up a little bit higher. you're going to get 5 club fittings. We already know a lot about club fittings if you played 2K23. These are massively important for you getting your base clubs higher and higher and higher. 3 ball fittings, like I said, I don't know how ball fittings are going to go this year. I don't know if they're just going to get banned in competitive play again, but they just might actually be worthwhile this time. 1800 VC is probably going to be very important. Why is that going to be very important? Because if I know anything, having VC is how you get a lot of attribute points up. It's how you get a lot of purchasing of club fittings. It's their way to make money, and that's just how it is. That's how all games are now. So you having VC is very important. You're going to either have to earn that VC or you can start off the gate. But most importantly, you get Shooter McGavin if you like to play with Shooter McGavin in the actual pack. You will only get it if you get this pack or the Legend pack. So this is right now where I'm sitting, $99.99 US dollars for this pack. I think this is worthwhile. Simply because you get the 7-day early access, you get the club fittings, you get the level up tokens. I don't know how difficult those are going to be to earn, but I'm really excited for that. So I will most likely be getting this edition, the deluxe edition. Why? The Legend edition includes everything that the deluxe edition includes. The only additional stuff that you get is this. You get the Sunday Red gear, which to me, clothing items are a non-important factor. I don't really care what my golfer uses or wears. All I care about is having the ability to, play the game. So you're going to get Sunday Red stuff. You're going to get an extra Malbon cosmetic ball, which is, the way it looks. But most importantly, if you are somebody who always gets the season pass is normally and still will be $9.99 per season to get all of the levels and all of the additional things. If you are a frequent season pass purchaser, you need to get this edition. Why do you need to get this edition? Because you will get the first 5 seasons of Premium Pass included in this. Now, this is $120, $119.99. So for $20 more than the Legend Edition, you're going to get 5 seasons worth of the season pass. So you're going to get essentially 3 seasons for free. So that is something that if you are a frequent season pass purchaser, I highly recommend doing that. Now, I am not exactly sure what the season pass is going to include. Last year in our last previous game, it wasn't really worthwhile items to me, and I didn't really recommend many people to buy the season pass. So I don't think I'm going to go this way because I'm assuming it's just going to be clothing items again, a couple of different driver stuff, a couple of different fittings. I think I'm going to go more to the Legend, but I'm not the Legend, the Deluxe, but I'm not exactly sure yet just because I want more information to come out when it comes to the actual club pass details. So that is everything that we have. I'm assuming there's going to be a lot more details coming out this week, coming out next week, because we're going to be within 30 days of release. Like I said, in the next couple weeks, I will let you guys all know the actual details about whether or not I will be heading out to the Waste Management Tournament to actually get my hands on this game, speak with the developers. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I know it's a 13-minute video, time stamped, pack around where you guys want, but there was a lot of information to unpack. It's been 2.5 years. I appreciate you all. Don't forget to like, subscribe for all of the tips, videos that are going to be coming out to you all. Let me know if I missed anything. We'll see you guys in another.